The flame wavered, stretching shadows that danced across Emily's features as she leaned closer to me. Her voice was soft, yet sharp enough to cut, like velvet hiding steel. "I want to open our marriage, David," she said, eyes locked onto mine, searching for the smallest crack in my composure. My fork froze halfway, a piece of steak hovering in the air. Her words sank into me like a stone plunging into still water. 10 years, 10 years of vows whispered in the dark, of building a life brick by brick, and she chose tonight, our anniversary, to drop this. The restaurant noise dimmed to nothing. Glasses clinked and voices hummed around us, but all I could hear was the ringing in my ears. I forced a smile, the kind you wear when screaming would feel more honest. "Open our marriage," I repeated. My tone was even, but my pulse slammed inside my chest. What does that even mean? The fork hit the plate with a metallic clink that felt deafening. She twisted the stem of her wineglass, a nervous tick I hadn't seen in years. Emily looked stunning tonight, almost too much so, her auburn hair catching every flicker of the flame, her green dress clinging like it was painted on. Too deliberate. Too polished. I thought of the late-night text she brushed off as work. The sudden habit of locking her phone. Little details I'd shoved aside. "It means freedom," she answered, voice trembling just enough to betray her confidence. "For both of us, to explore, to live a little. Don't you ever feel trapped?" Trapped. The word burned. I'd spent a decade carving out stability for us. A warm home in the suburbs. Getaways by the ocean. Her dream job at the gallery she adored. If anyone should feel trapped, it wasn't her. I lifted my glass, letting the wine's bitterness linger on my tongue. "Is this about us?" I asked. "Or is there someone else?" The words slipped free before I could stop them. She opened her mouth, closed it, and stayed silent. That silence was the first fissure, proof of something rotten beneath the surface. The waiter arrived, smiling too brightly. "Everything all right here?" I waved him off, eyes fixed on Emily. She stared down at her plate, still twisting that glass. My mind flickered back to the night we first met. An art show, her laughter like music as she teased me about modern paintings. That version of Emily felt long gone, replaced by the stranger seated across from me. "Let's talk about this at home," she whispered. "Not here." But I was done pretending. The velvet curtains, the low lighting, it all felt like a stage, and I was tired of my role. "No," I said, leaning forward. My voice was low, but sharp as a blade. "Tell me now. Who is he?" Her gaze met mine. For an instant, I saw it. Guilt, fear, something breaking in her eyes. "There's no one," she said. But her voice cracked. A lie, and we both knew it. I'd seen the signs. The late bathroom breaks. The faint trace of cologne that wasn't mine on her scarf. The way she recoiled when I touched her. I told myself it was stress, her new promotion, anything but this. But denial has its limits. "Emily," I said, my voice trembling. "Don't lie to me. Not tonight." The silence between us grew heavy, suffocating. I found the emails. Her face went pale, all color draining in an instant. I hadn't planned to reveal it tonight. But the words ripped out of me, pushed by months of suspicion. 2 weeks earlier, I'd borrowed her laptop to check a work schedule. That's when I saw them. A folder marked work. Tucked away, but careless enough. Dozens of emails to someone named Alex. Words dripping with affection. Plans for secret meetings. "Can't stop thinking about last night. See you at the cafe." Every line had been a knife, carving deeper wounds. "David, she started, but I cut her off." "How long?" The growl in my voice startled even me. "How long have you been sneaking around with him?" Tears welled in her eyes, but she didn't let them fall. "It's not what you think. Alex is just a friend. Someone I talk to. It's not physical." Her excuse was flimsy. A paper wall against a hurricane. I laughed, bitter and hollow. "A friend? You write 'I miss you' to friends at 2 in the morning." She flinched at my words. And despite the fury boiling in me, seeing her hurt still tore at something inside. Even now, after everything, I loved her. That was the cruelest wound of all. "I didn't mean for it to happen," she said, voice splintering. "I was lonely, David. You're always working, always distracted. I needed someone to see me." Her words struck like a gut punch. Lonely? I'd worked myself to exhaustion for her, for us. Every late night at the office, every sacrifice. It was all to build the life she said she wanted. So this is my fault. My voice rose sharp. You cheat because I'm trying to provide? I didn't cheat, she snapped, loud enough that people turned to stare. It's emotional, okay? It's not what you think. But her defense only cut deeper. She hadn't just shared her body, she'd given her heart, her thoughts, her attention. That betrayal hurt worse than anything physical. The waiter hovered again, uncertain. I waved him away with a trembling hand. Why tonight? I asked, my voice nearly breaking. Why bring this up on our anniversary? The question hung between us, suffocating. Then the truth hit me, sharp and cold. She wasn't confessing. She was trying to reframe it, trying to sanctify her betrayal by making me complicit. Her lips quivered. I thought, if we opened things up, I wouldn't have to hide how I feel. It wasn't love she was confessing. It was her desire to be free of me. The prison she spoke of wasn't mine. It was her own lies, collapsing around her. My chair scraped loudly against the floor as I stood. I need air, I muttered, hollow and drained. Her hand reached for mine, but I pulled away, her touch unbearable. The night air outside was sharp, cold against my skin as I leaned against the brick wall. Above me, the stars glittered, distant and uncaring. 10 years. And it unraveled here. Not with fire, not with a storm, but with a quiet, painful unraveling. Through the window, I saw Emily still at the table, her head in her hands, the candle burning low. I could go back, demand explanations, fight for us. But deep down, the truth was carved into me already. She hadn't chosen me in months, maybe years. She'd left long before tonight. I walked away. The ring on my finger felt heavier than ever, less a symbol of love, and more a shackle I was finally learning to break.